In this video, I'll be talking about 3 subtle ways that Brazilians are able to tell we're foreigners based on how we pronounce certain sounds in Portuguese. And I'll also be giving some quick practical tips that you'll be able to apply immediately to sound more native. So one thing that we do that gives us away as foreigners is when we pronounce the NH sound too much like the ñ in Spanish. Now, you'll see a lot of tutorials out there saying they're the same sound, but if you listen carefully, there is a subtle difference. Let's compare a few similar words from both languages side by side and see if you can hear the difference. Montaña in Spanish
Montaña.
versus montanha in Portuguese.
Montanha.
Baño in Spanish
Baño.
versus banho in Portuguese.
Banho.
Sonhar in Spanish
Sonhar.
versus sonhar in Portuguese.
Sonhar.
And then there's the soccer player Ronaldinho. Compare how the Spanish speaker says it,
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho, compared to how the Portuguese speaker says it,
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but the NH sound in Portuguese is a softer sound, and it has a nasal quality to it. When you produce the ñ sound in Spanish, your tongue pushes hard against the roof of your mouth, as in the word baño. But with the NH in Portuguese, your tongue barely touches it, if at all. In fact, I found that the best way to practice getting this softer sound is by pulling your tongue back as soon as it's about to make contact, as in the word banho versus baño in Spanish. Another way that Brazilians can tell we're foreigners is when we pronounce the N when it comes after a vowel in the same syllable. Let's take the verb cantar, to sing, for example. It can be really tempting to pronounce that N like you do in Spanish and say cantar, where your tongue pushes against the roof of your mouth when you say can. But in Portuguese, when you see a vowel followed by an N, that's usually an indicator that you should be pronouncing it with a nasal sound. So your tongue shouldn't be making any contact when you pronounce that syllable. In this case, the can in cantar. Compare that to cantar in Spanish. Let's take a look at another word, lindo, beautiful. When I say the lin in lindo, my tongue never touches the roof of the mouth like it does in Spanish. Lindo. And then the third way that we let Brazilians know that we're gringos is how we pronounce the M when it comes after a vowel, like in the word comprar, to buy. As English or Spanish speakers, it's natural to want to pronounce it comprar, where your lips come together when you say com. But in Portuguese, this sound is also nasalized, and the best way to practice it is to make sure your lips don't touch when you say it. So it's comprar. Lips never touch when you say the com. Let's take a look at the word for good, bom. Bom. Notice how my lips don't touch at the end. Bom. So these were just a few subtle things that we do with our pronunciation in Brazilian Portuguese that give us away as foreigners. But I hope this gives you an appreciation for how important it is to know what your tongue and lips need to do if you want to get good pronunciation. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know by hitting like and leaving me a comment below. Obrigado e até a próxima. Tchau.